I do not recommend running your oil that low. 3%. I've never run my oil that low. You guys know that I was sick last week and that a lot of stuff started happening, and then I went out of town immediately after getting better, and then I just kept getting pushed off and everything just kept getting pushed back. I haven't even had a haircut. You can look at your boy, I look like buckwheat. I do not recommend that right there. 3%. So it's good to know that, I mean, your car will run at low oil, like when it gets to a low point. I know a lot of people are scared to let their scats and their cats get under like 10% or 15%. I've seen some people that was like, they'll never let their car go below 10 or 15, which makes sense, and that was always me, but you know, things just kept happening and life kept, you know, getting in the way or whatever. But needless to say, guys, your car will run and it'll run fine. Now, have I been beating on it since it's low on oil? Absolutely not. You know, I've just been driving it from A to B kind of thing, getting on the highway, keeping it simple. I wouldn't recommend beating on it with low oil or change oil soon notification. And that notification actually comes on at about 5%, if I'm not mistaken. I remember seeing it first at 5%. Once it went under 5%, that's when a notification would flash on the DID screen every single time you start up the car. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you would start up the car, it'll say change oil soon. And I looked it up online, and they basically said that after you see that for the first time, they basically want you to change your oil within the next, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, like 300 miles. It may be 600 on the upper end, but I think it said 300 miles. So you've got 600 miles, I'm sorry, 600 miles to change your oil before, I guess, it gets, you know, detrimental to the engine, right? Because I looked it up and it said, you know, once you see it for the first time, you need to have an oil change within the next 600 miles. So technically, you know, even if it hits 0%, you've still got a lot of time to get your oil change. So no need to panic or worry. Now, granted, would I advise you taking it to the drag strip and beating on it? No. Would I advise you getting on the highway and doing some roll races with your boy? No, I would not. But if you just need your car to get you from A to B and maybe get you from work and home and so on and so forth, and you just don't have time, you will be okay. Because at this point, my dealership is doing things to where you've got to schedule an appointment for an oil change and tire rotation. You can't just roll up in the quick lane anymore and get an oil change. Well, you can, but you basically have to wait for everyone else in their appointment. So it's kind of like, you know, not even a first come, first serve basis. It's like, we've got to get our appointment people out the way, and then if we have time, we can get with you. So I didn't know that when I first went up there last week or the week before, and subsequently I had to push everything back an extra week and a half, and then I got sick, and then you know, unfortunately things just started happening. But rest assured, guys, just want to keep this real short. We're getting an oil change. We're going up to the Dodge dealership, see if there's any scats and cats on the lot. Probably not, and we'll go from there, man. But your boy definitely needs an oil change ASAP. 3% is not cutting it. See you guys in a minute. Yep, all cleaned up. Look at the damn handprints they got all over my car. You can tell somebody been under there. Look at that, handprints. I can take that downtown to the police and find out who the hell was trying to steal my car. But no, we're good. Cleaned up, oiled up. Oh, we got some Challengers over there. Probably all V6s. Let's see here. Start up.
X-band.
Let's see.
K-band.
100%. That's what I like to see there, ladies and gentlemen. 100%. Everything's been topped off. I'm not gonna lie to you. 166 oil change tire rotation. It is not cheap to own these cars, guys. 166. It is not cheap to own these cars, I'm telling you. But let's see here. We'll talk here in a minute. Everything looks good, guys. We'll talk in a minute. What up, squad? I'm back. As you can see, it's later in the day. But yeah, these oil changes and tire rotations are not getting cheaper. They're actually getting more expensive. I remember when I first got my very first oil change and tire rotation, I lie to you not, it was $124, and now it's $166. So we're talking about, what, 40 bucks? So it's not that bad. I'm not tripping like crazy, but I'm not tripping over it, but I mean, everything is getting more expensive, guys, no cap. But yeah, you know, don't run your oil that low, 3%, because it did feel a lot sluggish, a lot more sluggish than normal. Even when I would try to push it a little bit because I know that my oil was so bad at the time that I knew I shouldn't push it. So I didn't really get on it. But the little bit that I did, it was extremely sluggish. And, you know, that's your car letting you know that you need to do something ASAP. But to my understanding, after looking it up, you should have another 600 miles once you get that first notification that you need an oil change, which is typically around 4 to 5%. It may be different for every car. For mine, it came on at 4%. I've seen some people said that their change oil notification came on around 5, but mine came on at 4 to my knowledge. And I looked it up online, and basically it said, you know, once you get that notification, you need to change your oil ASAP. Preferably within 600 miles, so you do have a little bit of leadway. So for instance, if you're out of town or something like that and you get that notification that you need to change your oil, you still got some time. But with these types of cars, high performance, big engine cars, big naturally aspirated engine cars, you don't want to risk it. You don't want to risk it. You don't want to push it. So that was a mistake on my part, just because, like I said, last week I came down with the vid. And the week before that, I didn't know that you couldn't just pull up anymore. You had to make an appointment. Appointment got pushed back. Before you know it, it had been 2.5 weeks since I actually intended to get it changed. But you know how that goes, because normally I'll run it down as low as 10%. And this time I ran it down 10%. But like I said, everything happened, and then before you know it, it was 4% and then 3% this morning, taking it to Dodge, which is kind of scary. But I actually know somebody that ran it to 0%, and he ran it on 0 for a couple weeks. I'll be honest with you. I certainly wouldn't recommend that. I would never ever do that to my car, but he did it, and his car is still running. It's a wide body scat, so you know, that just lets you know that Dodge gives you these you know, parameters or whatever, just to kind of give you guys some sort of you know, notification or some sort of idea that it's probably time to change your oil sooner rather than later. But as always, guys, really quick video. Like, subscribe, comment. Just wanted to put you guys on to the fact that, you know, you can run your car a little bit lower than you thought, you know, generally. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next real quick video, guys. Nothing big going on. See you in the next one. Peace.